you read the title, you know why we're here. Hideo, I'm coming for you.
Oh wait, that's what your fans moan every time they have to sit through a 3-hour cutscene or trip over rocks. Ha ha! Why did I do that? In research for this video, I was really wondering what it was gonna be about. Specifically because when you have a man that is so incredibly artistic and creative at times, and then at other times he seems so self-indulgent and out of touch of what the basic point of a video game is supposed to be today, do I try and examine the design philosophy of Kojima and how it's changed over the years? Do I try and deep dive into the sea of manic PCP hallucinations that are ever present in Hideo's mind and derive some meaning from them? Or do I step into the fart chamber with Hideo and just toke up? You know what? That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Hideo does not fart. He has evolved. He has changed to not need to expel his gas. For others, farting is a waste, but for Hideo, he rather absorbs back into himself. This is how he became a weapon to surpass Metal Gear. Flatulence.
Nice.
Death Stranding is the meeting of the minds between two worlds. The first world being Hideo's unending artistic urges. The second being Hideo's unrelenting urge to take the simple and beautiful and force instrumentalism inside the cloaca of his games. See, the cloaca serves many functions, serving as the opening for the digestive, reproductive, and urinary tracts of many animals. In this, Hideo perfectly describes Death Stranding. The game serves many functions to harry, bewilder, and of course spawn Hideo's great art. Death Stranding is the resultant of when Hideo in his power is left sovereign over his own art. When placed under the heel of Konami, the finite deadlines and limits made him feel as if his cloaca was being forced closed. Hideo finds freedom is where his creativity lies. Where other games find limiting their message, making it accessible to players. In other words, not overloading them with information.
Hideo laughs at this. The player can handle all of my power. My fans understand my meaning. I will allow my players to be immersed in my cloaca's great gifts.
Thank you, Hideo. The main character of Death Stranding, Sam Porter Bridges. His name allegorical, yet literal. He is building bridges. He is a porter. His first name, Sam, perhaps making reference to his mom being the president, making his name Sam stand for Uncle Sam. Oh, and the game truly makes you think. Thoughts that creep into your head like, what? Huh? I'm so sorry. Hideo wished for us to receive his message. We all work together, and when we do, the challenges we face, those challenges being the basic function of walking over rocks, we can overcome anything. And I, for one, wish to thank Kojima. As of recording this video, Israel and Palestine have finally signed a long-lasting peace treaty between the two sides, and then they all tripped over pebbles. They'd say the gameplay is pointless, that it simply pads out the game that has nothing else except but a thinly veiled message, which only seems to be an excuse for not actually wanting to make a game, but rather Kojima wanted to make his own masturbatory aid. But this, it misses the main point. You aren't supposed to worry about the video game aspect, but the message. You're supposed to loyally follow the trail set for you with no regard for your own
paltry entertainment.
Because you have the privilege of experiencing what Hideo has offered to you. He wanted to say something, making me walk slowly for 10 hours at the start of the game. It's not meaningless.
It was done that way for a reason.
Artists need freedom. They need to feel open to express themselves in any fashion they see fit. Hideo is the epitome of this. He knows how to make a simple video game, so now he wants to make something more. To truly begin changing the medium of video games, and Death Stranding shows knows he isn't some petty video game maker. He is an artist, truly ahead of his time, when nobody is able to truly understand him. Metal Gear's ladder sequence is the quintessential Hideo moment. No one gets this. A tedious climb becomes a moment of respite and introspection. It's truly iconic. Most people just won't appreciate it. Artists are people who have a grander view than us. Allowing Hideo unlimited freedom is how you get Death Stranding, a game with real meaning, a game that is not afraid to go outside what normal games do, a game that truly feels like Hideo is having fun. We see some of this with Norman Reedus looking in the mirror playing with the baby. Even that section where Hideo just makes us run all the way back across America. Hideo, you got us. He's known for his trolling. He does it all the time. On one hand, an artist with oodles of creativity and talent, and a man who enjoys his influence so much that sometimes he wants us to sit back and laugh and say, why is this even here? That's the beauty of Hideo. Death Stranding has meaning and it has fun moments. And those two never meet. Meaningful never meets troll stuff. Put a ladder over something and you're engaging, you're solving problems with others. The struggle to find meaning. He's not just screwing with us. Like that mechanic had to be there because... Oh my God, is he just with us? Hideo doesn't care. Nothing he does has any point. We can all agree he's ruining his own games. He doesn't care at this point. He's more like an influencer who knows how to keep themselves in the zeitgeist of pop culture. Hideo is known for his trolling. And all you read before, it's just me screwing around, like writing like Hideo Kojima would. It's super easy. Just watch a few Metal Gear speeches, hear that one Skullface Jeep scene speech, and it's easy to make it seem like you're deeper than you are. Hideo is the master of this with Death Stranding, yet in Metal Gear, he seems to have an actual point. You can see this in his creativity. When given guardrails, he flourishes. He was limited. He was forced to be more straightforward. He was forced to care about what people who played the game were going to want out of it. But with Death Stranding, he was unleashed. And that's the main issue. Hideo either one, is so self-indulgent that he no longer knows what a majority of people want, or two, he's just screwing with us. And honestly, I wish I could tell which I thought was more plausible. I have no idea. But Hideo doesn't only represent himself. He has employees that depend on his creativity and leadership to make a product that is fulfilling creatively for those that make it and profitable for Sony. When Death Stranding released, Sony was not happy with the sales. Hideo can't be allowed unfettered access to whatever he wants. Any good artist has to be told when enough is enough. Hideo, I like to see your work. I feel like you really do care. But at other points, I feel like you're mad at me for like not getting your message. You make video games, man. They have certain things that are needed in them to make the gameplay aspect engaging for the entire length. And all I can see is you in the fart chamber simply basking in the overhyped adulation of Jeff Keighley and anyone else who's willing to give it to you. You have to listen to what people want. A game that turns half of players off is not that. And who knows what damage you've done to your sequel at this point. Do any or even some of those players you turned off with the first game bother to come back or even give it a chance? Because you, Hideo, you need to make art and only art because it's what you wanted. Damn the consequences. Or did you even try? Was it Hideo the troll that made Death Stranding? Were you just messing with us, enjoying all those idiots who were defending that crap about how the world needs to come together? You're making it really hard for your art to be seen. I mean, you got nice visuals, but if balancing mechanics and padding out your game is all you have, then I don't see a reason to waste my time getting to the next amazing cutscene. Your story's not good enough for you to be lazy in every other aspect of game making. Or did my wobbling mean something after I stepped on that rock? I don't get it. You like huffing your own farts? Or do you at least like pretending that you do? Because the people who work underneath you, they like having their jobs. And I hope you understand that you just kind of messing around a lot of the time. That could cost people their jobs if you end up flaming out real fast. Because you're being Hideo the troll or Hideo the artist. So yeah, Hideo, if you could just, be the character on screen, on Twitter, and doing all of that stuff, and just be normal when you're making a video game. That would be really cool. It's kind of all I can ask. You're obviously watching this video, just like everyone else here, and that's why you should subscribe and like the video, because you can be like Hideo and watch this video. Because he is watching. He's watching.